Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Namaste Vinayak Shri Krishna, Shri Start with a little kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Yashodanandana Prajanandana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Prajadanandana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Yashodanandana Prajadanandana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Yashodanandana Prajadanandana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Yashodanandana Prajadanandana Yamuna Kshiravanacharini Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, की जय, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, श्री निताई गौरांग भगवान की जय, इसी भक्ति विधान पुस्तक की जय। Thank you. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopah Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Kरोति वाचालं तमं लङ्घयति गिरिमित्कृपहतमः वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वर। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं साभ्याभ्यन्तरं सुचेत्। श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। हरे कृष्ण। महेश प्रभु हरे कृष्णा। आपका मैं इंतजार कर रहा था सुबह, किधर है प्रभु जी? सब ठीक? Can you ask all Prabhujis to come 4 feet in the front? That's okay with you. Anyway, it's a small group, so yeah, it's easy. It feels nice closer. कभी-कभी घर पे सत्संग अच्छा लगता है, एकदम सब एक जगह पे आ जाते हैं। हरे कृष्ण। Yeah. So I'm very grateful to Prabhujis and Matajis who have come here today once again to tolerate me, but to hear Bhagavad Gita. There's nothing greater than learning about the song of God. Right? Bhagavad Gita is a song of God. And He has spoken for whom? किनके लिए बात किया उन्होंने? हमारे लिए. He has spoken for us. Right? So, and if we are giving that time regularly and hearing Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Nityam means regularly. Right? Just by attending the Bhagavad Gita classes, you'll become Krishna conscious and you'll not come back to this material world. It is that simple, Krishna consciousness of spirituality. And you all are doing it. And I'm very grateful. You're coming with children. I see that boy Tilak so bright he's looking. It's so nice. So, where are we in Bhagavad Gita? We are in the 4th chapter. We're starting the 4th chapter. So what happened in the 3rd chapter? 3rd chapter was Karma Yoga. 1st chapter was questions of Arjun. 2nd chapter was complete answer by Krishna. 3rd chapter was required because elaborated answers are required now. 3rd chapter, Arjuna asked, why should I fight? You're telling me all good things about Sthita Prajna and you're talking about meditation. Why should I fight? I'll go and do meditation in the mountains. Then Krishna started explaining 3rd chapter. Mainly he told that you have to work. Without working, you can't exist. You have to do something. To maintain this body also, you're supposed to work. Right? And then he talks and he raises that bar saying that you have to work as a duty. Because you're a Kshatriya. You have a nature. Work according to your nature. And then he goes one more level, he says, but if you're doing this work with a lot of lust, greed and pride, then this work is not going to give you satisfaction. So you have to raise above these anarthas. And then he says you have to raise these anarthas by primarily controlling your desires. And desires are manifested through your senses. And you are supposed to control your senses. And then he says how to control the senses? By connecting with the source of the senses. Right? Which is Krishna. Connecting how you have to engage the senses. Right? So this is how he brings the knowledge of 3rd chapter we discussed last week. And I'm grateful to Srinivas Prabhu, is not here right now, but he summarized it nicely. Right? It's a good thing. You all have to summarize in your mind why you're doing what you're doing. I'm giving a glimpse of where we are so that there is a relationship. Right? Bhagavad Gita 46 to 18 chapters are not unrelated. They're all related. You miss a chapter, it's a little difficult to understand. You can understand that chapter, but you can't understand why Krishna is speaking that chapter. Because there is a link. Right? Now that Lord Krishna has spoken that knowledge is important, now this chapter is one of the most beautiful chapters of Bhagavad Gita, where he talks about himself. For the first time in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is going to introduce himself as who he is. Right? And then he's going to tell, now I'm going to tell a brief summary of the chapter so that you all know. As the verses go by, you'll understand why Krishna is speaking what he's speaking. Right? So he says that Arjuna, to control your senses, you have to connect with divinity. You have to understand how to engage the senses. But who is the divinity? The divinity is me. And the person to whom you are supposed to connect.
And then Arjuna asks, okay, you are that person you are telling, but how should I believe? Right? How should I believe? It's a practical question. Anybody can tell he is God. How should I believe that you are God? And how should I believe that you have given this knowledge since ever? Krishna says, I have given this knowledge to even Vivaswan, the sun god. That Krishna, you were born just few years before me. क्या बात कर रहे हो you know? Then Krishna says, Bhaiya, you don't think who I am is what I am. Actually, Arjuna already knows who is Krishna. But he's asking these questions on our behalf. He knows in TNG only people will be confused. So he's asking the question right there, saying that who you are, who are you? How can I believe that this knowledge is given by you? And Krishna explains his nature. He says, I am that person who has never taken birth. There is no meaning of birth to me. Yes, you and me have taken births, you can say, but you have forgotten all your past births, but I don't forget. Because for me, my body is different from your body. Every time you take a mortal body, this body, you forgot your last body. You forgot everything you've done with the last body. But I don't forget because I don't take a mortal body. My body is spiritual. And then he explains the advantage of connecting with me is that you'll understand what is this world. Because I'm not affected by anything, I can literally surpass all the births and see future, see past, see the present. I am representing everything. So people who connect with me will never take birth again. They cannot take birth again because they'll understand what is this world after all. Right? This whole thing is temporary. This material world is temporary. You're connecting with spiritual world. The moment you become spiritual, this material world will not matter to you anymore. You are following? Something higher you connect with, the lower becomes lower. And you're like, what is this? Any problems that you're facing in life right now, any problems, bodily problem, mental problem, all these problems will go down. I want to understand that I am Krishna's servant, I am spiritual. So Krishna says, Janma Karma Chame Divyam. Understand my birth, understand my disappearance, understand my activities, and you're done. Now with this consciousness, do your work. Now he's raised above the senses and all that. He's saying, now that you know that I am God, now do the work to satisfy me. And by the way, when you do any other work in this world, you'll get bound by these activities. Right? You'll get bound with the activities, meaning you do good, you'll get good. You do bad, you get bad. You get reactions to that also. But Krishna is now telling that now do those activities for me. The moment you do those activities for me, nothing will bound you. You're doing spiritual activities in material world, right? Even though they look material outside, even though they look material, अरे ये तो material activities कर रहा है नहीं. You're going to office, you're earning money, you're investing in shares, you're investing in properties, you're selling them, you're getting money, capital gain tax, whatever. You're like, ये तो उतना ही काम नहीं. A devotee, a person who's Krishna conscious, even though he's doing these activities, actually he has nothing to do with this material world. He's just using this world to move on till the time of death so that he goes back to Krishna. He's not interested in this world. He's not interested in anything of this world. The only thing he's interested is how to serve Krishna in this world also. That's all he's interested. Externally, he might look like he can be a sannyasi, he can be a brahmachari, he can even come in a Ferrari car with a t-shirt and sit here and he's a sadhu. You can't recognize a devotee. Don't go by externals. A person who is Krishna conscious is Krishna conscious. Krishna knows what is he. Right? So Krishna explains, act like that for me. Arjuna, pick up that bow and fight. Because you're going to do it for me. And this is Nishkam Karma Yoga. This is the highest. Right? Don't get attached to anything in this world. Now I'm telling you how to lead a life. How to lead a life doing Karma Yoga. So the fourth chapter is knowledge, and fifth chapter is using that knowledge in Karma Yoga. Right? So fourth chapter is introducing to who he is and how you can connect to him. And then Krishna goes furthermore, and he says how different people connect to him. In fourth chapter, he says, okay, now that you know who I am, now that you know that you have to establish connection with me, how different people connect with me. Some people connect with knowledge. Some people connect with me with by practicing that knowledge. Some only jnanis, some karma jnanis, karma yoga jnanis, right? And some people connect with me through meditation. Some people surrender their mind to me. They take their mind and say, Krishna, My mind is yours. Some people connect their buddhi to me. Jnanis, they completely give the buddhi to me. Right? Some people perform bhakti for me. And different ways people connect to me, and all these I approve as long as I am there. Right? And this is called transcendental knowledge, which will help you to come back to me. And finally, he says that Arjuna, practice this knowledge so that you will not have any burden in this material world. You go ahead and kill all these uh, crores of soldiers in front of you, and every time you kill them, you are performing a yajna. What yajna? Yajna, what do you do? Swaha. Right? The yajna kund is me, and every arrow you're shooting to kill somebody is that swaha. You're actually performing yajna. Arjuna is amazed. What an explanation. I never thought that I'm doing yajna here. I'm thinking I've come here to kill people. What are you killing? These all people are already killed by me. He says later on. These all people are already killed by me. Who are you thinking you can kill? You cannot kill anyone. Second chapter actually says you cannot kill anyone. You're a fool if you're thinking you can kill anyone. I have already killed them many times. They are taking birth again and again and again. Do your duty. And do it as an offering to me, because I am that supreme person. Right? Many years back, when I explained this chapter, one person, I remember him, he got up and said, Prabhu, kitna egoistic is your Krishna? Right? How can you say that he's God? Right? How can you tell that he's God? Are, thoda to he should have humility there. Right? Now, the problem here actually is, how else can he introduce himself? Just think about Krishna's problem. How else can he introduce himself? He is God. God के तरह introduce नहीं करें तो क्या करेगा? है कि नहीं? If you ask Akshay Prabhu to introduce himself, can you tell me your this 5 lines introduction, your education, your place of birth, etc. See, now he's telling Mehboob Nagar is the best. Right? Tell me more. You were born in Mehboob Nagar. What did you study? See, Warangal is best. ना egoistic आदमी है. बोलो आगे बोलो. Just think about it. You know how he's becoming uncomfortable. Only क्या कर रहा मैं दूसरे बॉस को? I'm just introducing myself. He's humbly introducing himself that he is born in Mehboob Nagar. His college is in Warangal. He did engineering. He's working. He's not egoistic in telling what he's doing. Isn't it true? Right? But a person who is having ego, when he hears the introduction of God, he can't comfortably accept it. But God is not doing anything wrong. And by the way, if Akshay Prabhu comes here, I'm not giving any importance to him. I'm not even looking at him. Right? He's trying to tell something, but I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't care. Then he'll be forced to introduce himself. Prabhu, I'm an engineer, by the way. I'm not a fool to come here. I'm educated also. By the way, my name is Akshay. By the way. So, if a person has gone to an extent of introducing himself, isn't it his humility that you have brought him to a point where you have to introduce yourself? Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4 is the most merciful chapter because Krishna is forced to introduce himself. Abhi to sun rahe beta. Third chapter tak you're not convinced. Now I'm telling you who I am. Now at least from here become serious. Understanding who I am. Right? So if God is introducing himself, that is only because of his humility, because of his compassion for all of us. Why he needs to introduce himself? Who are we? For Krishna, there is no difference between some insects in that grass and all these IIT engineers or CAs or whatever. There is no difference. They're all the same souls. They're all the same souls. कोई लोग झोपड़पट्टी में रहते हैं, कोई लोग फ्लैट में रहते हैं. भगवान को कोई डिफरेंस नहीं. We're all the same souls. Atma हम सभी लोग बस different bodies. He is introducing himself so that he wants to give us an opportunity in this human birth. You cannot understand this knowledge when you have taken birth as a cat or a dog. Last life, my name would have been Juju, Tommy, something my name would have been. But this life, my father gave me a name, Venkata Lakshmana. Venkatesh Swami is Das, right? Ram's Das Lakshmana, right? My Guru gave me the name Lilananda Das. Right? So I'm getting some name which is meaningful. Tommy का मतलब क्या है? Right? कुछ नहीं है ना मतलब, लेकिन इसका बहुत मतलब है. Right? So you're getting a name, and you're getting human birth. You're getting parents who are taking care of all of your basic needs. All you have to do now is become spiritually aware and become a devotee of Krishna. Finish your business and go back. That's all you need to do. And for that, we all have assembled here to learn Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So the fourth chapter, as I told, is introducing himself and telling how different people can connect to him and how connection with him is the highest karma yoga. Highest karma yoga. Krishna is telling. You all can do karma, like different kinds of karma. You all have duties. Everybody has duty. Mother's duty, father's duty, daughter's duty, brother's duty, brother-in-law's duty, neighbor duty, boss duty, subordinate duty, kutte ka duty, right? All kinds of duties you have. But what is the highest duty? There has to be some hierarchy, right? Right? Your father is having heart, little pain in the chest, and मैं कुत्ते को लेके जाता हूँ बाहर. मैं कुत्ता duty is also there. So tell me which is higher, father duty or kutta duty? Father duty. So can there be a hierarchy in duties? Yes. So what is the highest duty? Saying all duties are same is ignorance. There is a highest duty. What is that highest duty? Krishna is telling. Sukadeva Goswami is telling in Srimad Bhagavatam. Save pumsam paro dharmo. Yato bhakti radokshade. Ahaityaki aprahihata. Yatma suprasidati. He is telling there are so many dharmas, but there is a paro dharma, highest. And that dharma is to connect with the Supreme. Who has brought you here? What is the purpose of this material world? Okay, I'll take care of my children, fees barunga, I'll take care of my wife, I'll take care of, that's all okay. That anybody will do. You'll also do. But what is the purpose why you are here? To connect with Krishna. Parodharma. Ahoitaki aprahiyata. Once you do connection, then serve him uninterruptedly and unmotivatedly. Ahoitaki aprahiyata. Yatma suprasidati. Then you will be happy. In this material world, you will be happy. By the way, in this chapter, Krishna also says, the one who connects with this knowledge, will actually be happy in this world. So I have a very good news for all of you. You are connecting with this knowledge, so you will be the people who will be actually happy. Because now you know how to use this world. And Krishna also says in this chapter that the people who doubt this knowledge will neither be happy in this world or any world. He very directly says. He's not imposing, saying that you don't believe me, you'll go to hell. That is not what he's saying. He's saying, I've given you knowledge to be happy in this world, not to torture anyone, not to abuse anyone, right? Not to convert anyone. You first of all understand that this knowledge is given by me for your happiness. In our path, in our Sanatan Dharma path, beauty, actually you all are very fortunate that you're all part of Sanatan Dharma. Right? You're born in this path. You're so fortunate. First understand that we only teach how to love each other. There is no teaching of hating anybody. There is no teaching of hating anybody. I have not seen a single shloka anywhere which says, hate this person, kill this person, convert this person, bring everybody here. Not a single shloka. Everybody says, become aware of how to lead a happy life, meaningful, purposeful life. And at the end, come back to me. That's all it says. Right? Of course, we share this knowledge with others, but we are so fortunate. We are part of loving religion, and religion means to connect with God. That is the meaning of religion. Any religion that you go to, right? So now let us pick up our Bhagavad Gita and go to 4th chapter. No, Vishwarup is 11th chapter. Yeah. There, Arjuna asks for proof. Hare Krishna. It's a nice day, isn't it? Nice breeze, and in Kurukshetra it was not like that. When this chapter was being told, a lot of tension.
Sunday mornings are anyway very nice.
Huh?
Sunday mornings are anyway very nice.
Sunday mornings are nice. Hare Krishna. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Imam Vivasvate Yogam. Proktavan Aham Avyayam. Vivasvan Manave Praha. Mano Ikshvakave Bhavit. Please repeat after me. The personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god, Vivasvan. And Vivasvan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Now, he introduced about this yoga system, control of senses, in the 3rd chapter. Now he's continuing from here, saying this knowledge, by the way, whatever I told to you, 3rd chapter, Arjuna, I have already told this many times. I have told it to Vivasvan. Now, who is Vivasvan? Vivasvan is the name of the person, name of the soul, who has right now taken the position of Suryadev. So Suryadev is not a person. Suryadev is the name of a position. Right? These are all positions, and people take this position. Like Indra is not a person. Indra is a position. Stores manager is a position. Charan Prabhu is a person. Is a person, like that. So you take that person takes the position. Right? So Krishna is telling that I have given this knowledge to Vivasvan, who is the current Suryadev. Right? And who he has given that knowledge? He has given it to Manu. Manu is, there are 14 Manus in a day of Brahma, and each Manu stays for more than 100 and some change million years. Right? So whenever Manu changes, all the job rotation happens. Different people change the different jobs. Right? Like you move from assistant manager to manager, or some other person takes your place and all that. So all the devatas change. Manu. So you told this to Manu, right? And this Swayambho Manu is the Manu of this Manvantara, right? So this Manu has passed on the knowledge to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku reminds you of Ikshvaku dynasty. Can you tell me the great person who appeared in that? Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. So he appeared in that Ikshvaku dynasty. So I told this to Ikshvaku. And sorry, he told it to Ikshvaku. And thus the knowledge has been coming. He makes the statement. Right? Let's go further. I request you to read the purports later. Right? I'm finishing this chapter, but don't think that not reading the purports is the choice. I can't cover everything in the purport. If I go with the purport level explanation, we will finish Bhagavad Gita in 2042 or something. Right? But I want you to finish sooner. So that is the reason I'm not reading the full purport. I'm trying to give you a glimpse of it. But Srila Prabhupada, our Acharya, has given so much detail for all of us to understand. So please go back and do the homework during the week of reading all the purports for the verses that we have covered. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo vidhu sakalena mahata yogo nashta parantapa. The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplinic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in the course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. Now Krishna is telling here that I gave this great knowledge to Vivasvan, passed on to Manu, and Manu is passed on to Ikshvaku. Not that Manu is only passed on to Ikshvaku. It's one to many. Parampara is not one. I cannot tell, okay, if you don't come to ISKCON, you are going to hell. No, that's nonsense. Right? ISKCON is a representative of a parampara called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Right? There are many paramparas. The point is understanding which parampara and how are you connected in that parampara. It's very important. Krishna in this shloka is explaining how to receive spiritual knowledge. कहाँ से सुनना चाहिए? किससे सुनना चाहिए? That Krishna is, establishing here. What is saying? Evam parampara praptam. Only if you go to parampara, you'll understand me. Just because somebody is there with a big dadi or no dadi is coming, is talking about spiritual knowledge, don't listen to him. He is doing time pass, and you are passing your time. Both are happening. Understood? It's very important that we know the source of the knowledge and the person who is representing the knowledge. This Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, is a bona fide acharya. Why should I call him a bona fide acharya? Because he never told that the knowledge is mine. Even when he translated Bhagavad Gita, he said, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Mera isme koi role nahi. I am just presenting the knowledge as it is. So it's very important. Again, I'm telling, even if some people have not come here and your friends are there trying to practice knowledge elsewhere, ask them, Bhaiya, what syllabus are you following? What parampara are you following? No, I like that person. You may like that person today, you may not like that person tomorrow. There is not much time available. Spirituality is not about you liking that person. Spirituality is about surrendering to God. Right? Some people here may not like me. That's okay. There are a lot of people in my house also who don't like me. That's okay. But the point is, why are you coming here? You're not coming here to like me. You're coming here to love Krishna. Sarya. So the person in parampara is not bothered about his recognition. He should never be bothered about his recognition. He should never be bothered about how people think what he speaks. He should only be bothered about are people understanding what Krishna is speaking. That's all. Right? Does it mean we'll be harsh? No. Intent is not to be harsh, but intent is to be truthful. You can't manipulate people. You should not manipulate people. Because everything that I'm speaking is being heard by the Panchabhutas, by Yamadharmaraj, and also by Krishna. And if I Hare Krishna, and if I speak something wrong to my advantage, I'm going to face the music. Right? And we all have faced music many times. That's the reason we are here. We don't want to face any more music. Right? We want to go back to Krishna. Right? So understanding the knowledge in parampara is very, very important. Evam parampara praptam. Imam Rajarisho Vido is saying this chain of it was given to saintly kings also. Sa kalenah mahata yogo nashta parantapa. But somewhere this knowledge, disciplinic succession was broken. Right? Yogo nashta parantapa. Therefore, but in the course of time it was broken, and therefore the science appears to be lost. Right now you are thinking, hey, what is Bhagavad Gita? A lot of people don't know Bhagavad Gita today, isn't it? A lot of so-called, Hindus or born in Hindu families, they don't know Bhagavad Gita. So unfortunate. But Krishna is not blaming them. He's saying, I understand why. Because the chain is broken. Chain is broken. It can break many times. Today there are so many Guru Shishyas, and so many other institutions, so-called spiritual institutions. Not all, but so many fake institutions are there. What the Guru is telling, what the Chela is hearing, it's all about their own comfort. Somebody thinks I'm Drona. Somebody thinks I'm Ekalavya. Right? So Drona tells Ekalavya, hey, give your finger. In today's day and time, will anybody give finger? Right? He'll tell, no, I will not give finger. Arey, thoda izzat to rakh yaar, I'm your Guru. I want your thumb. No, I will not give thumb. Why I will not give thumb? If I give thumb, how can I do YouTube short videos? This thumb is very important. No? Short videos, chiknu, ek ke baad ek. I will not give thumb. Even Ekalavya will not give in Kaliuga. Because he also faced difficulty in watching short videos. Try with any other finger. You can try now. That is the situation of Guru and Shishya today. Nobody will give anything. Because there is no devotion. We don't understand the relationship of Guru and Shishya. We don't. We are not trained like that. The teachers that we have in our schools are all paid teachers for time pass. Nobody is coming there to actually educate the children. Mera salary mil raha hai, nahi mil raha hai. Right? You got a job, your husband has a job in Amazon, and wife is sitting at home. Kar lo kuch? Haan, kar lo na. Then she'll look for the nearest school available. She'll dress nicely and go to tell in that school. I can teach children. Oh, you can come? Okay, good looking also. I think it's good to have some people like that. Okay, become a teacher. What subject you can teach? I can teach any subject you want. Okay, something you choose. How much salary you want? At least 30,000-40,000. Okay, international school, na? I'll give you, no problem. She becomes a teacher. And we are fools putting our children giving 6-7 lakhs a year. Some people are doing that in these schools where teachers are not even teachers. So where is the question of teacher and student relationship? Where is that responsibility? Right? Once I went to a school meeting, the teacher came and sat there, parent-teacher meeting. I looked at her. She was dressed as if she's going to a marriage. I asked her, Madam, after this meeting, are you going to any marriage? She said, no, parent-teacher meeting. Parent-teacher meeting, ye karne ki kya zarurat hai? I could not tell that. I was like, baap re, marriage mein bhi aise nahi aate log. They're just trying to impress each other that we are authentic school, we are big school, right? Like that. But true teacher is a teacher who will tell you what your child needs. What your child needs to be corrected, right? How many teachers are like that? Not many educational institutions are like that. But here, when Krishna is talking about parampara system has the teachers who will not hesitate to tell you what you need. They will not hesitate to tell you how you have to change. Right? They will scold you also. They'll scold. We all need scolding. How many here think you don't need scolding? Get married. You get scolded every day. By your children, by your wife, by your parents, by your husband, everybody. Everybody deserves scolding for little things. What to speak of spiritual education. Scolded for what? To become serious. To become more sincere. To not waste time. Because we don't have time. Okay? So go to a parampara. Krishna is again, go to a parampara. Don't go to a place where people speak nicely, but they don't belong to any parampara. And parampara is not something that started 500 years ago, something that never has a beginning. That is called a parampara. It starts from God. God doesn't have any beginning. From there it starts. All the way down it comes. The Guru should be able to represent that parampara. And he speaks more about his Guru than himself. And he never calls his name as I am Maharshi, blah, blah, blah. I am Rajarishi, blah, blah, blah. I am, what is that? Brahmarishi, Parampara. I am this, I am that. Nonsense people, they put all their names. They tag their name. I am Guru. Somebody is calling himself Guru already. One Guru came and told, I have written a book that you don't need a Guru to understand spiritual life. So why did you write the book? Right? So fool will actually go there. Actually, my Guru told that you don't need a Guru. Then why is he a Guru? So people are cheating others left, right, and center. Left, right, and center, they are cheating each other. But you should go to a parampara. Where are paramparas available? 4 paramparas are there. Big paramparas. Shri Vaishnava parampara, Brahma parampara, Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya. Where do we belong? This parampara, whom are we representing? Brahma Sampradaya. And Brahma Sampradaya, one of the prominent acharya is Brahma Madhvacharya. We represent the teachings of Madhvacharya. And that Madhvacharya line is linked to Gaudiya Desh. Gaudiya Desh meaning very sweet state, which is Bengal. In Bengal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. We are receiving the knowledge through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swayam Krishna. So what is our Sampradaya name? Repeat after me. Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Sampradaya. So somebody asks, कहाँ से सुन रहे हो? ब्रह्म मध्व गौड़ीय संप्रदाय से हम सुन रहे हैं. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. तेरे को नहीं आएगा समझ, क्लास में. ठीक है? So, but you should know where you are hearing this from. It's very, very important. And whatever we are discussing will be accepted by all sampradayas. There is no dispute that this sampradaya में ऐसे बोलते हैं, हमारा sampradaya ऐसे नहीं बोलते. नहीं, भगवद गीता सभी में एक ही है. भागवतम भी एक ही है. Some details might change. Here, small details might change here and there. Application details. But the fundamental is same. Because Krishna is telling, Evam parampara prapta. I will be achieved only through parampara. Text 3. Saivayam mayatedhya yoga prokta puratana bhaktosmi sakacheti rahasyam hi etaduttamam. I request everybody sitting here to repeat the shlokas, right? And repeat the translation loudly, enthusiastically. Come on, once again. Saivayam mayatedhya Yoga Prokta Puratana Bhaktosmi Sakha Cheti Rahasyam hi etaduttamam. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you because you are my devotee as well as my friend and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of the science. Now, Krishna is saying this great knowledge I have given and it is getting passed on through parampara, but why am I giving it to you? What is the reason he is giving this knowledge to Arjuna? Now he talks about the qualifications to receive this knowledge. Of course, you should receive it in parampara, but what are your qualifications? You should not be envious of Krishna. You should be his friend. Right? These are the primary qualifications. Bhaktosmi Saka Cheti. Bhaktosmi, you are my devotee and you are my friend. And you are not envious of me, Arjuna. That is the reason I am giving this knowledge to you. You understand? Only a devotee of Krishna can understand Bhagavad Gita. If you are not a devotee of Krishna, if you are not favorably disposed, this knowledge will never be understood by you. You will come to satsang and not come to satsang next time. You will come to satsang, just eat prasadam and go. You will come to that's also okay. That is one okay. You can do that. But you will come to satsang but never understand Bhagavad Gita because you are doubting Krishna. You have to keep your faith somewhere. Little faith is needed. Without faith, you can't start anything, isn't it? To start business, to earn money, what you need to do in the beginning? Put some money. To increase your faith, you have to put some faith. You can't tell you, I don't have any faith, then better leave. Because what will you understand if you don't have any faith? Some faith. 5% faith you put. And listen to the classes. By 18th chapter, your faith will become 100%. So Krishna is telling here that you should be my friend. You should be favorably disposed. That is the reason I'm giving this knowledge to you. So what is the qualification of hearing Bhagavad Gita? You should be a devotee and a friend. Krishna is using Sakha. See how great is God. Even though we are nothing, he's telling, I want to be friend with you. Right? Friendship is telling, I want you to be my friend. Can you think of God? What do people think of God in other religions? Many other so-called religions, what do they think? They scare you. He'll put you in fire, refined oil, he'll burn you. Like that they'll tell. But here, what is God telling? You're my friend. Hey Arjun, Bhaktosmi Sakha Cheti. Rahasyam hi etaduttamam. I am telling you the most secret. Rahasyam. And the higher secret, Uttamam. Because you are my friend and you are my devotee. That is so sweet in saying so. Hare Krishna. Now Arjuna is asking the next question without any fear. What is it? Arjuna Uvacha Aparam Bhavato Janma Param Janma Vivasvata Katam Etat Vijaniyam Tvam Adav Proktavaniti. Arjuna said, Sun God, Vivaswan, is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? Practical question? ये तो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बात कर रहे हो. I told him. अरे, you just took birth just around the same time as me. How can you tell that you have given this knowledge to him? Now, Prabhupada explains in purport that actually Arjuna already knows, but he's trying to clarify this point for all of us. So he wants Krishna to introduce more. So another way of asking of introducing more, like, I doubt what you told. Can you tell me more? Like that. Can you tell me more? So Krishna is answering. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bahuni me Vyatitani Janmani Tava Charjuna Tani Aham Veda Sarvani Natvam Veda Parantapa. The personality of Godhead said, many births you both Oh, sorry. Many births, both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot. Oh, subdue of the enemy. What a situation, right? Krishna is saying, I remember everything. तूने क्या क्या किया है? Krishna is the only person who knows who we are. Actually, even we don't know who we are. हम लोग कौन है हम जानते नहीं. We recognize this body, right? I'm Kurana, Varma, Singh. What else? Rao, Reddy, Kamma, Tumma, whatever. Okay? That's what we recognize with. But Krishna knows how many Tummas, how many Reddys, how many Kapoors, how many Tommies, how many Jujus, how many Mummos we have been in the last lives. He knows everything about us. He knows how we used to go on that wall like a lizard, and now we are still sticking to that wall thinking it's a three-bedroom flat. Right? How we are attached to our positions. Krishna knows everything. God knows everything about us. He knows our most inner lusts. He knows all the sins we have committed. All the sins. He knows all the bad things and good things we have done. He has an account of all charity we have done with our own money. He knows the charity we have done with someone else's money also. Right? He knows how many times we have attended interviews. He knows how many times we got salary, credit, ting, right? He knows where we have spent that salary. He knows how we have abused anybody, how we have been harsh to anybody. We might justify, I'm not harsh, but Krishna knows. Krishna knows everything about us. You should understand that aspect. God knows everything about us. That's the reason when you come in front of God, you are exposed. You're completely exposed. You can't cheat God. When you go in front of the Lord Venkateshwara Swami, Venkata, the one who cuts the sin, Venkata, right? The one who cuts the sins and purifies us, Balaji, Swayam Krishna, when you're standing there, you can't go and cheat him there. You can't go to Krishna and I deserve 60% increment. You know that, right? You can't tell that in front of Balaji. Balaji, I will see him. He knows. Right? So don't do that mistake of going and asking in front of him. Just go and pray to him that look at this, this idiot who has come to you finally. Look at me. Please look at me. I can't look at you. You're too effulgent. You're great. Just look at me. Just look at me. So when you go in front of God, our ancestors have taught that we should close our eyes. And automatically it happens. Because Paramatma makes you close the eyes. You go all that distance to see him, and right when he comes in front of you, you close your eyes. Because actually, Paramatma is guiding you that you can't look at me. Let me look at you. Let me look at you. Because finally my son has come to see me. My son has come to see me. And sometimes when we are so lazy that we don't want to go to a temple and see him, then he comes out of the temple as Lord Jagannath. Right? And we are doing Jagannath Rath Yatra here in this My Home Krishe community. The Rath is almost made. The Rath is almost ready. I was actually meditating on the third Rath. We already have one Rath. We are making another Rath. So I was meditating on the third Rath. We need 3 Raths when we do big Rath Yatras. Is he okay? Yeah. So one Mataji came to my house. Now see how Krishna manifests, right? Few days back, she told Prabhuji, I want to meet you. I said, yes, Mataji, you can come. Can I come tomorrow morning? Yes, you can come. Please come. So she came. She just, not that she is very wealthy or anything like that. She came and told, I have a desire that I want to make a vehicle for Krishna. I know that you're already making vehicles for Krishna, right? I want you to make a vehicle for me, for Krishna. Tell me what it costs. I said, Mataji, not like that. Everybody is fun. No. I want an exclusive vehicle for Krishna. Right? I want Krishna to take me in that vehicle back to Krishna, back to his abode. Right? They said, okay, Mataji, it might cost around something. I'm not going to tell you all. She just removed the money. She brought 2 times that money. And she said, Prabhu, here is the money for vehicle of Krishna. And here is the money for a house for Krishna. The Gechwali center. This is all I can do. I said, Mataji, how can you give such a big amount? He said, no, it's not just my amount. I've encouraged all my family to give me. And there is one lady, she just got diagnosed with cancer, and the doctor told she doesn't have any hope now. She pulled all her deposits and gave that money to me. So go and give it to Krishna. I'm done with this world. I'm done with this planet Earth. Right? So many people have come forward and they've contributed, and I'm so grateful to everyone here also who has done it. Because this is a rare opportunity. Where would you get an opportunity to make a vehicle for Krishna? Right? Make a house for Krishna, like a temple, or a center for Krishna, what you're starting. These are great opportunities. So the Rath is almost ready. Prashadam, there going to be opportunity to serve Prashadam on that day. So I'm going to start a small campaign telling all of you, do you want to contribute to Prashadam of Krishna? And more than Prashadam for Krishna, I want a lot of volunteers to do a lot of cleaning work, a lot of picking up work, a lot of serving work. Because when Rath Yatra will happen, it will have a lot of work. Not only just pulling the Rath, it's also about coordinating the crowd. So how many here want to do that? Yeah, different services. Yes, and I'm making a special Rath for small children. There will be a special Rath for small children in the beginning, and there will be a big Rath in the background. So both your sons should sit on that Rath. Right? Their size is exactly perfect to sit on that Rath. Then they can fan the god. And then, so we have two Jagannath deities, one small Jagannath deities, one big Jagannath deities. And Prabhuji told he has Jagannath deities. So Prabhu आज कल आके देखेंगे एक बार साइज कितना है कि बड़े रथ पे थोड़ा बड़ा साइज चाहिए. हाँ? Yes. So Jagannath deities, right? So Lord Krishna is coming out to see all of us. Right? How beautiful that sight will be. And when he comes out, how does he look like? I can't do that, but can you all expand your eyes? इतना ही थोड़ा ज्यादा करो थोड़ा ज्यादा करो नहीं कर सकते जितना कृष्णा करता है. When Krishna expands his eyes become so big. Have you seen Jagannath's eyes? Like this is his. Why is he like that? Because he knows we do 99% time we do nonsense only. But 1% time we do something nice. He doesn't want to miss that. That 1% time and he want to immediately pick it up. And all 99% he closes his eyes. Right? That is Jagannath. The one who wants to see good in us. Only good in us. He only wants to see good in us. One small activity that you have done for him, he will see that. And he'll be very happy. And there is a benediction in Puranas that anybody who pulls that Rath with love will not see this material world again. He will not see this material world again. And anyone Jagannath sees that he has even one tinge of love for me, Bhaktosmi Sakha Cheti, like he's telling here. The same Jagannath is telling here that become my devotee and become my friend, and you will not come back to this material world. I'll make sure. And Krishna also says in this chapter that even if you think you are the most sinful person, there is a verse, beautiful verse in 4th chapter. Even if you are the most sinful person, तेरे जैसा पापी है ही नहीं. Still, if you just keep your faith in me and take this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, I will deliver you. Don't worry. Sometimes we cannot control our anarthas. Our anarthas are too strong for us to control. The lust we have, the greed we have, the anger we have, we can't control. But if you go in front of Krishna and say, I can't control Krishna, ab tum dekh lo. From here you take it. I'll be struggling throughout my life to control them. But now you have to take it. So Jagannath will take it. Jagannath is the most merciful form of the Lord who comes out and embraces everybody. Have you seen Lord Ramachandra? How is he posing? Like this. Lord Krishna? Like this. Right? So if you have to go and hug Krishna, then you have to sort of flute niche rakho na. How can you hug somebody who's standing like this? You can't. Right? Lord Balaji? Like this. Isn't it? Any other form? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Like this. Isn't it? Vitthal? Like this. Isn't it? How is Jagannath standing? Anyone show how he is standing? Like this. Come and hug me. Come and hug me. I have come here to hug you. Right? What a posture, no? Just imagine what a posture. In Jagannath Puri, when Lord's Rath starts, when it comes out of the temple, and sometimes on the way at the sunset they have to stop. Rath cannot go on after sunset in Jagannath Puri. So the Rath has to stop right there. And next day morning it has to start from there. So till that time it comes that nobody can go near God. It's so difficult. 10 lakh people. You can't imagine. You can't imagine. Even you can't even imagine, can I go close to him and touch that rope? Right? I mean, at that point, none of your influence will work. No matter who you are, no influence will work. All you have to do is go and stand somewhere close by, and people will take you. Literally, even if you are 120 kgs heavy, you will be in the air. You can't touch the feet sometimes. Where am I? Right? Sometimes you are like this, sometimes you are like that, sometimes you are straight. Literally, you are squished. You are squished to such an extent, if rain falls, the water doesn't go down. It is standing between two people. Can you imagine? Right? In that situation, you are taken close to the Rath. And you're only imagining, I can only, if I'm fortunate, I will touch it. Sometimes you go this close to the Rath, like this is the Rath, and your hand is like this. Like this. 1 millimeter, you don't know. I can touch it, I touch it. And then you are, next 5 minutes, you are like half a kilometer away. Right? And there are a lot of thieves who have a big program during that time. And these thieves are sent by Krishna only. Right? All the gold, all the things, all the money. You cannot go close. All your clothes will be torn. Your chappal will be gone. Chappal is gone. Forget about chappal. Right? Even if you don't remove it, Krishna will remove it. If you don't remove your ego, Krishna will remove it. Right? And then army people will be there. Now army people are also there. So they're guarding the Rath in all corners. So when you're being pushed there and you're squished there and then you're going, and one army person keeps his shoe on your feet and crushes it. Krishna! Jagannath! Your feet will be like stamped by at least 500 people that day. 500 people. Both your feet will be crushed by 500 people. You don't even know who's crushing it. Right? All you're seeing is Jagannath, let me see you. Right? And Jagannath is standing in a hugging posture. Come. So next day when the Rath is standing, you can actually go close to Jagannath. The Rath is standing there. Whole night the Rath is waiting there. So a lot of people, they even jump on the Rath and go and hug Jagannath. Literally hug Jagannath. Like the deity, the Vigraha, you can go and hug. If you're fortunate. Even if you are a foreigner, foreigners are not allowed in Jagannath's temple. You know why? Why foreigners are not allowed? Because in Purana it is mentioned that Jagannath will leave India and he'll go to Russia. It is mentioned. So they are very scared that the foreigners will come and take our Jagannath from here. But they don't know that A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada has already taken Jagannath to all over the world. Srila Prabhupada ki? He's already taken. Jagannath is gone. Right? So now there are more Rath Yatras in Russia. There are many Rath Yatras in Ukraine. How many temples are there in Ukraine? More than 100 temples are there in Ukraine. Right? There are more devotees in Russia than in India, if you want to believe it. There are many, many devotees in China. There are many devotees all over the world. Whole world is singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They're very fortunate. But unfortunate are people who have taken birth in this country who are not ready to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Who don't have any interest towards Jagannath. Kitne unfortunate log hai. Yeah. So Krishna is telling here that I have taken many, many births. You have taken many, many births, but I remember everything about you. I know how many sevas you have done to me. You might have forgotten. Right? Like that is explaining. And Prabhupada gives a very elaborate purport. Right? Please read it later on. 6th shloka. Ajo apisyan avyayatma Bhutanam Ishvaro Apishyan Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya Sambhavami Atmamayaya. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So Krishna is telling that he doesn't have a body like ours. It's a transcendental body. He again tells the same shloka in 9th chapter 11th shloka. That people who think that I have a body like other people, they are fools. Because his body is transcendental. His body is not like ours. His body doesn't forget anything. His body doesn't deteriorate. His body, okay, you can see blood coming out of Krishna's body, but that blood is not like yours and mine. When he takes a body here, that body is transcendental. Right? You can't compare Lord Ram's body with your body. You can't compare Matsya Avatar's body with your body. It's completely spiritual. What we have is material. Right? We can eat with our mouth. Can you eat with your eyes? You want to try today? Prashadam plate. Can you eat? Krishna can eat with his eyes. Right? Krishna can do anything with any part of his body. Because his body is completely spiritual. We cannot. When you keep bhoga in front of God, how does he eat? He eats your love. He consumes your love because that is what satisfies him. He looks at that bhoga and he thinks how much pain he has taken to make for me. And that is his offering. That's all. If Krishna starts eating what we offer to him, we will not have anything to eat. He knows that. Don't worry. Just imagine. He gave full plate, he ate half. Like Krishna, thoda to chodna tha na. Right? When he eats, he'll make sure he eats in a way that you'll celebrate his eating festival. Can you tell me what is eating festival? Govardhan Puja. When they kept bhoga in front of Govardhan, he ate everything. Literally ate everything. Nothing was there. And he should feel satisfied after eating. Na? What is he telling after eating? Anyor, 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 he's telling. Anyor means what? Give me more, give me more, give me more. That very place from where he told Anyor, 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 that place is called as Anyor. There is a temple in Anyor. And there they are feeding him even now. Continuously they think, Krishna, take. Acha doodh le, acha makhan lo, acha laddu lo, acha ye lo. You have to go to that street, in Anyor. Whenever we go to Vrindavan, we go to that place. Anyor, Anyor, Anyor. He eats everything. And then he gives a darshan as, I am actually Govardhan. I am that Govardhan. And then he gives back all that offerings to the villagers of Vraj. Chaurasi Kos, everybody comes and takes that prasad. If you go to Vrindavan, you should go in the month of Kartik. In front of every house, there will be a small Govardhan Parvat. In front of every house on Govardhan Puja day, there will be a small Parvat. Parvat means hill. And what is that hill made of? Laddus, jalebis, pedas, prasadam, everything. Every house. Right? It's called, Govardhan. So you are feeding Krishna. That's the beauty of Braj. Even if you don't have money to eat for yourself, you will make something for Krishna that day. Even a beggar makes a small Govardhan. Says, Krishna, please accept my offering. Right? Many people take so many vows that I will circumambulate that Govardhan of yours. There are people who circumambulate by walking. How much time it takes?
4 to 5 hours.
It takes, if you're fit, like Harshal Prabhu, you can do in 4 hours. Somebody like me will take 8 hours. Right? 8 hours, sometimes even 12 hours. It's 24 kilometers. 24 kilometers. Govardhan Parikrama. If you have not done Govardhan Parikrama in your life, then please, you know what to do, right? You can resign or you can take personal loan. Go, finish and come back before you die. Don't lose the opportunity of not doing Govardhan Parikrama. Right? Don't lose that opportunity. Do it with children. They will love it. Old people also do Govardhan Parikrama. I've seen people who can barely walk doing Govardhan Parikrama. And Krishna makes you do it. And if you can't walk, take a rickshaw. Go on the rickshaw. And there are people who do Govardhan Parikrama by doing Dandavat. They do Dandavat, they stand, they keep a stone there, they stand up, again they'll do Dandavat, again keep a stone, again they'll do. How much time it takes? It takes close to 7 to 8 days to do Dandavat Parikrama. And there are some people I have seen, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it first time. They do 108 Dandavats at one place. They keep 108 stones at one place. Then they go to that place and again do Dandavat 108 times. For one Dandavat 108 times. And you know how much time it takes?
Yes.
16 to 18 years. One sadhu told me. 16 to 18 years. They just come and do that. And do they die of starvation? No. In Govardhan, there is no shortage of prashadam. There is no shortage of water. Krishna is providing for everybody. Right? We all, I mean, if you can, 16 years plan करो. जाके सिर्फ दंडवत करो, खाओ पियो, सब कीर्तन करो, दंडवत करते रहो. 16 साल गुजर जाएंगे. And that is the tapasya of some people. Some people take that austerity, but they love Krishna so much. Once I was walking, a whole family does, whole family does Dandavat Prabhu. I've seen that family Dandavat also. What they do, like for example, Amit Prabhu, Mataji, 2 children, right? So what you have to do? First Amit Prabhu will do Dandavat. Then Mataji will pick up the stone, she will do Dandavat. Then her son will pick up the stone, he will do Dandavat. Then the daughter will pick up the stone, she will do that. By the time daughter does, Amit Prabhu will come in front of the daughter. So the whole family is doing Dandavat and they are finishing the Dandavat little sooner. But it takes that much time. It's a wonderful family activity. Right? Or, okay, Prabhu, I can't do all this. Just take your chanting bag and chant Hare Krishna mantra and do parikrama of Govardhan. There are some sannyasis who do Govardhan parikrama every day. I know some people who do every day, 24 kilometers. Instead of walking here and there in these colonies, go and walk in Govardhan. You'll get some benefit also. No? Sometimes I think, this park is there, no? You should keep one tulsi plant in between. Why? Unknowingly we will do parikrama of tulsi. Right? Vrindaye tulsi devyaye priyaye keshavasya Vishnu bhakti prade devi Vishnu bhakti prade devi Pratyavatyai namo namaha. Right? Just, we should have tulsi in our house. So just by here and there you're walking, but you're unknowingly doing parikrama of tulsi. Like that. So spiritual life is blissful when you visit these holy places and you actually see, how Krishna is manifesting his blessings on everyone. So his body is transcendental. His body is transcendental. It can eat, it can drink, it can bless in a very, very. So Krishna is telling, don't compare my body to other bodies. So don't think that how did I tell this knowledge to verse 1? I can tell because I don't have any birth and my body is transcendental. That is the reason he's explaining about himself. Right? Shloka number 7. This everybody knows by the mercy of P.R. Chopra. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam swajamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of a religion, at that time I descend myself. So he's being very merciful. He's telling that whenever there is a decline in religion, I will come. In this age of Kali Yuga also he has appeared. Already appeared? He appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to establish Bhakti movement. Right? And he also will appear as Kalki at the end to wipe out everybody who is still not convinced and again give them another chance. But right now also he has appeared in the form of, please repeat after me, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam, Kalau, Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatranyata. He is appearing in the form of his holy name. If you say Krishna, he has already appeared. He is so easily accessible now. Earlier you had to do so many tapasyas to access him. Now he's telling, I am that name. I am in my name. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nida Sarva Shakti Tatratipa Niyamita Smarnena Kala Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrisham Ihajanan Anudaka. saying, I'm there in all of my names. Nam Namakari Bhagavad. Yesarva Shakti. All my powers are there in that name. You call my name and I'm there.
Stand a little bottom.
Yeah. So you don't think that by calling the name, it's God is not hearing you. In Kali Yuga, especially He will hear you when you are calling His name. Right? So there is a decline in religion. He comes in Kali Yuga. There is no religion only. It's complete irreligion. So He is everywhere. He is everywhere in the form of His name. Text 8. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear, millennium after millennium. So he's telling that to punish the miscreants and to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear. Now, great acharyas have told that these are external reasons. There are external reasons and internal reasons. External reasons was what Krishna tells, okay, this is why I'm coming. But internal reasons are what is Krishna thinking inside. Right? And only acharyas can reveal what is he thinking inside. Actually, Krishna doesn't come here to punish the miscreants. Krishna comes here for the pleasure of his devotees. He wants to meet his devotees. So that is why he comes. You really think Krishna has to come here to kill the miscreants? Huh? He can, but our heart is beating. Takum, 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 takum. How much time it takes for Krishna to stop that? He only has to stop. To kill Ravana, he doesn't need that big arrow and jump and, I put that arrow and kill him and, I'll kill Ravana. He doesn't need to do that. Just stop the takum, takum, takum. Khatam. Ravana is dead. Isn't it? To kill Hiranyakashipu, he doesn't need to take the nursing avatar and do all that things. Just stop his heart, finish, he's dead. Or one nerve in his brain, brain hemorrhage, khatam. Right? He can kill anybody. Krishna doesn't need to appear here to kill anybody. That's the external reason. Internal reason is he wants to associate with Prahlad. He wants to enjoy with Hanuman. Right? He wants to glorify his devotee Hanuman. So he appears as Ram. He wants to glorify Sridhama. So he appears as Krishna. Right? He wants to glorify Arjuna. He appears as Parthasarathi. Right? He wants to glorify his devotees. That is the reason he appears. He wants to glorify Annamaya. So he appears as Venkateshwara Swami. He wants to glorify Ramadas. He appears as Lord Ram. He comes here for the pleasure of his devotees. Are you all understanding? External reason, yeah, Paritrana, Sadhuna, Vinaya, Dushtita, chalega. Again, that is not the main reason he is coming. He is coming here for the pleasure of his devotees. Yeah. And where is Krishna found? Krishna tells in Srimad Bhagavatam where he can be found. Where can you find God? Can you find him in a dham? Yes, you can. Can you find him in a temple? Yes, you can. Can you find him in your heart? Yes, you can. Can you find him in prasadam? Yes, you can. But Krishna says, all these places, maybe I am there, but the actual place I'll tell you where I am. Wherever my devotees are sitting and hearing and talking about me, I am there. And that is Dham. Right now, this stage, Krishna is there. He promised. I'm not telling it. He is there because he likes this. That my children are sitting and talking about me, and they are declaring to the world that they want to come back to me. They are preparing themselves to come back to me in this life. I am very happy. Krishna is very happy. And all the acharyas are very happy. Hanumanji is very happy, sitting right now on the wall there, somewhere. Right? Hanumanji is like, yeah, you look acha kaam kar rahe. Hanumanji is not in Hanuman temple. Hanuman temple mein Hanumanji is never there. Sometimes he might go. Ram might tell, "Arey, itna temple bana, thoda der jana." On Ram's request, he might go. But where is Hanumanji all the time? In Ram's temple. Wherever anybody is chanting, Jai Shri Ram,
Jai Shri Ram.
Hanumanji is there. Pakka is there. Abhi aake gaya, dekhe. Is there. That is the benediction he asked. Hanumanji asked, Ram asked, tell me what you want, for what you have done for me. Ask me what you want. He says, wherever your name is chanted, I should be there dancing. Give me that benediction. Right? Once again, Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Vishnu is dancing here. That is Hanumanji. Hai ki nahi? So that is love of devotee towards God. That is love. So he appears for, why does he appear? To give pleasure to his devotees. That is the main reason he appears. Janma karma chame divyam. Come on, everybody. Janma karma chame divyam. Evam yo veti tattvataha. Tyaktva deham punarjanma. Naiti mameti swarjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. O Arjuna. So clearly he's telling. Only thing. So, okay, Prabhu, I don't want to take birth again. What are you supposed to do? Just sit down and listen to his activities. That's all. How he appeared, whenever he appeared as Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Varaha Avatar, Rama Avatar, and Swayam Bhagavan as Krishna. He appears himself. Just hear his activities. Every morning, sit down and read about him. Every evening, sit down and discuss about him. Right? And you go back to him. You don't have to do any other yajna process. No, for a devotee, that all these things are not needed. For a devotee, he resides in his consciousness all the time. Right? So devotee doesn't have to put any effort. Krishna will come and take him. Rukmini, what is the time?
9:45.
9:45. Rukmini heard about Krishna. You all know who is Rukmini? Yes. Rukmini, the daughter of Vidarbha Raj, right? She heard about Krishna. And she heard about Krishna from whom? From Brahmanas who are coming between Vidarbha and Mathura, they keep moving. They keep hearing about Krishna is like that, Krishna is like this. And just by hearing the qualities of Krishna, Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Evam Yovete Tattvataha, understanding his Tattva, what the greatness of Krishna, she fell in love with Krishna. Right? She fell in love with Krishna so much that she said, if I am going to marry someone, if I am going to give myself to someone, it is you. Oh Krishna, it is you. At that time, Krishna is, where is Krishna? Krishna is doing war with Jarasandha. Krishna is doing war with Jarasandha. Jarasandha, I am attacking you, There's a big story why he does that war. Kamsa's wives are Jarasandha's daughters. Because he killed his son-in-law. He's very angry. He's attacking again and again and again. And Krishna is getting entertained by Jarasandha. Whenever Krishna wants to have some physical exercises, Jarasandha brings people and kill them. And 18 times he kills all the army of Jarasandha. So Jarasandha actually did a big service for Krishna. Jarasandha would go and he'd find all the atheistic people around everywhere, make a full army and bring it to Krishna. Krishna doesn't have to go and select. Okay, brought everybody, khatam. One Sudarshan Chakra, everybody finished. Okay, Jarasandha ko chhod diya. Right? Now you can go and collect more people. Go. That fellow says, next time I'll come. Only a fool can do 18 times, isn't it? So 18th time, when Jarasandha attacked Krishna, at that time, Krishna got an information that he got a love letter in Dwarka. He got a love letter in Dwarka. How many want to immediately read your love letter? Put your hand. Come on, you don't want to read love letter? Kya loge tum log? Somebody has written a love letter to you, immediately want to read, isn't it? I'm not asking whether you wrote a love letter to anyone. Husbands and wives are here, so I don't want to create a problem. But love letter, kisko nahi pasand hai padna? Krishna gets the information, I got a love letter. Right? Immediately, he gets down from the rug and he starts walking. Jarasandha says, hey, what is this? You're supposed to do a war. I got so many people. We're supposed to do war right now. Like Krishna is like, I don't care what you're about. He's walking. And immediately he declares, he says, I'm going to burn Krishna, I'm going to kill Krishna. They all chase me. Krishna and Balram climb a hill. It's explained in scriptures, it is 18 miles high. They climb that hill, and the Jarasandha completely surrounds that hill with his army and lights fire on the whole hill. The whole hill burns and nobody can survive. Krishna goes on top of the hill, he jumps from there. 18 miles high hill, he jumps and directly goes to Dwarka. Right? And why is he going there? Love letter. He got from whom? Rukmini. She sent through a Brahman. She calls a Brahman saying that my brother Rukmini is going to marry me to that Shishupal. Right? I don't want Shishupal. I want Gopal. Right? I want to get married to Gopal. So please take my letter and give it to Krishna. I have not seen Krishna, but please give it. Right? And Krishna is gone there. Jarasandha is thinking, I've killed Krishna. Mar gaya Krishna. And that army, even Shishupal is there. He's like, Mar gaya Krishna. Everybody's thinking, Krishna, how can you kill? Only a fool can think. After 18 times being slapped, right, you're still thinking that you can achieve. That's what fools think, right? Yeah. So Krishna goes to Dwarka. He takes that love letter. And he tells that Brahmana gives that letter. This letter Rukmini, Mother Rukmini has said. He tells Brahmana, you read it. Brahmana is like, this is a love letter. How can I read love letter? It's a personal letter of yours to me, of Rukmini sent to you. Krishna says, no. None of my devotees' offerings are personal. I want the whole world to know what my beloved wrote for me. You can read. I want to hear. So Krishna relaxes and hears. And the beautiful letter is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, where she says, please come. You are my beloved. You are my everything. Please come and save me from meeting that, from marrying to that Shishupal. Because I want Gopal. Okay? So Krishna hears that letter and then he says, okay, done. You can go and tell her, job is done. Just consider it done. So there, Rukmini is waiting for Krishna to come. When the marriage day comes, Shishupal is already there. He's completely dressed. He went to some parlor, and he got his hairstyle, hair straightening, everything he does. पूरा मुकुट अच्छा complexion करके उसको अच्छा करके पूरा Shishupal is all ready. He wants to get married. How beautiful is Rukmini? Right? How can anybody else marry Rukmini except Krishna? But Shishupal is like, I want to marry her. Right? And the whole army is ready. And then Rukmini is like, where is Krishna? But she knows that I have sent my message. So Krishna should come. So Rukmini, tells to her father that, okay, I will have to go and worship, Mother Durga before the marriage. So I go to the temple. So you can go to the temple. And Rukmini has kept the whole army ready. That the whole army is standing. They know that something might happen. Krishna is dead. According to them, Krishna is dead. But they just want to make sure that everything is nicely taken care. So Shishupal is standing on the Rath. Rukmini is standing on the Rath. So many other army people are standing on the Rath. Jayadratha, Jarasandha is standing on the Rath. And everybody are there. And Rukmini comes out to go to the temple. As soon as they see Rukmini, they all are amazed looking at her beauty. They've never seen Rukmini. Right? Only son has seen Rukmini. Nobody else has seen. So as soon as Shishupal looks at her, uska to matlab he's like, I want to marry this woman. Right? It's so beautiful. And Rukmini is just walking towards the temple. Till now, there is no trace of Krishna. See, Krishna creates so much tension. He can nicely come and do, no? No, he wants to make a hero entry. See, all these Bollywood movies they copy, the hero entry is actually coming from Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? That is the original hero entry. He didn't even give a glimpse that he's coming. Kuch indication bhi nahi diya. Right? Rukmini is just walking and she's looking at all those kings and she's looking at the temple and she says, where are you, Krishna? I sent my message to you. I don't even know whether the message has reached you. I don't even know. And she's just walking and going towards the temple. There is no trace of Krishna. She goes and worships Mother Durga. Katyayini, please, make sure that my wish is fulfilled. I want to offer my life to Krishna. And she looks back. Still there is no Krishna. And she's walking. Now, next is marriage only. Literally, she has to, from there, she has to go and sit in the mandap, and that Shishupal is going to come and sit there, and the marriage will start. Rukmini is like, she comes out of the temple, and she looks around again, and suddenly she sees somebody. Whom does she see? No, Krishna is not that easy. She sees that Brahman. The Brahman to whom she gave that love letter. She sees that Brahman. So Brahman is back. And the Brahman looks at Rukmini and says, I have done my job. Letter, pahunch gaya. That much I have done. Right? Now next what? Rukmini is like, she looks at the everybody. He says, okay, I have sent my message to Krishna. My prayer is sent. All our prayers, when we pray, remember one thing, prayer is sent. Next, the response has to come. So Rukmini comes down the last step, and right after that, something happens like a flash, just like a flash. You know the flash of a camera, right? And Rukmini is not there. Huh? What is this? Where is Rukmini? Right? Shishupal is like, poor fellow, full parlor and all event, you know. Pura tayar ho gaya ho shadi ke liye. So, my would-be, very silly. You know, just when Rukmini is like, where is, what happened, where is it? Last we saw that she was coming down from the step. Next day, don't even know where she is. Krishna comes like the speed of a mind. Right? Which we can't see, but Krishna comes. And what the style mein aata hai banda matlab. He comes on the rath and he tells Rukmini, please. And he picks her up and then he gives her the, you know, the driving seat. So you drive. Rukmini, this all happened within that flash. Right? Rukmini is like, why are you asking me to drive? You only called me. So I don't want anyone to tell that I have kidnapped you. You are getting kidnapped, or rather you are kidnapping me. Right? You called me, you drive it. And then immediately Rukmini sees such a big army is there. Huge army is there. And all of them are going to attack. And immediately Krishna tells Rukmini, Rukmini, don't worry. Our army is there. Our army is there to save us. Go. Acharya explained that Krishna didn't even marry Rukmini at that time. And he's already telling our army is there. Right? So Acharya explained the greatness of God is such that with our little surrender, he gives his entire kingdom to us. Pura lilo. It's our army. Take it. Our army is there. Don't worry. Go. I am yours. He gives himself to you. With a little love. You know, what did she do? She wrote one love letter. Right? In one love letter, Krishna comes and says, our army is yours. I am yours. You drive the vehicle and take me where you want to take. Just imagine. And Rukmini, and in that flash, all that happens, and then Shishupal sees that Krishna is taking Rukmini. And Jarasandha, you know, Rukmi, her brother, everybody is so angry. How can you do this? You know, this is like not acceptable. You can't do this. You know, this is the biggest insult. You cannot do. If you are really a warrior, you should come and do war with us like that. And they start shooting the arrows. And as soon as the arrows are being shot, the huge army arrows are being shot, Krishna leaves with Rukmini. These arrows are coming and the army is coming. In between comes Balaram. Balaram comes and says, first face me. Then you can go and face Krishna. Right? Balaram comes and smashes the whole army out. Right? And Rukmini is looking behind and she's looking at Krishna. Krishna is like, okay, look, you take me where you want to take. Let's go. Right? Such is the Leelas of Krishna. And anybody here who has heard this Leela and you felt that your heart was happy will not take birth again. As simple as that. I'm telling you, this is not I am telling you. Krishna is telling, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoiti tattvataha tyaktya deham punarjanma naiti mamiti suvarjuna. Just hear my activities, what I do, and enjoy my activities. Right? And you will never take birth again. That is bhakti. As so simple, na? And after that you can have prasadam also. Right? And nicely have dance also. Nicely sing kirtan also. Okay? So the knowledge of God is so sweet. And knowledge of God is so hope-giving. and so such a great enjoyment for the soul. Same Rukmini Leela I have heard in my life at least 200 times from my guru, some other sannyasi, and every time it is told, it is so exciting. I don't know why, and it is so satisfying to the heart, isn't it? Can you think of any other Dilwale Dulhania Leke Jayenge? After some time, you look at that fellow, like, yeah, barbar wahi train, wahi pakadna. Nothing exciting about it. But when you hear about Rukmini Krishna's Leela, right, it melts your heart. How Lord Ram met Sitama first time, right? And how they got married. You can hear hundreds of times. Even now, in Ram Darbar, and there is a people sitting and hearing Ram Leela. Even now, people cry. People who have heard Ramayana for umpteen number of times, they sit in Ram Leela, and as soon as they hear Ram Leela, and as soon as you know Ravan comes to kidnap Sita, they cry. And they say, Ram, don't go. Don't go, Ram. Why are you leaving Sita and going? Why, don't do that. They actually say that. And they get so involved in Ram Katha. There used to be a great king called Kulashekar Alwar. And he's famous for hearing Ram Katha. He was a great devotee of Ram, right? In Tamil Nadu, Kulashekar Alwar. And he has written a whole, book about his prayers to Lord Ram. Right? What is that book called? I forgot the name of it. Very famous. Mukunda Mala Stotra. Right? So and the problem with this king, Kulashekar Alwar, is that every time he hears Ram Katha, he becomes involved in that Katha. And he forgets the whole nation, whole kingdom. Somebody has to come. Prabhu, you are king, by the way. You are still here only. You are not in Ramayana. So they are telling Ram Katha to him, and they're very worried how he'll react. They're very worried how he'll react. So they have to do something to make sure that he is in normal consciousness when he's hearing the Katha. You can't imagine. So the problem is they're telling Ramayana. At one time that episode comes when Ravan has come and kidnap Sita. Now how to tell that? Who will tell that? Because he can get very angry. King is sitting there, okay, tell me the Katha. And that next person is thinking, tomorrow I have to tell about kidnapping of Sita. I don't know what to tell the king. He might kill me if I tell that. He might become so affected. So they decide, okay, we'll do a thing, we'll tell the Katha, but we'll try to skip that section, or we'll tell everything is okay. So that person comes, he tells the Katha, sir, Sitama is kidnapped. And as soon as it happens, he throws the chair behind. Tell the army we are going to attack Ravan. What is going on? King, nothing happened. No. Come on. Army chief, you take that from that side, we are going from this side. What is going on? And he doesn't listen after that. The problem is he doesn't listen after that. When the king, if you don't listen to king's order, he'll kill you. Simple. So the whole army actually travels to Sri Lanka. He tells, come on, every army, that bloody Ravan, how can he do that? My mother Sita he is taken. I'm going to kill that fellow. So he goes, and then he goes all the way to the border of Sri Lanka, from where that Hanumanji jumped. That very Parvati goes, and then he looks, literally strategically planning. Now how should we attack this fellow? And the king said, like, his nation is mantri and all. How to tell this king now? That Ramayana is already over. Sita has already been, Sita is already brought back. Everything is over. But how to tell this king? Huh? Come on. Okay, you all stand now. I'll go in the front. You all can come behind me. Now the army is really, the chief of the army. Hey, what will happen? He'll walk into the water, he'll die. Right? Now everybody is worried. This king is literally walking into the water. He removes the sword and and he starts going into the water. And the whole army is behind. What to do? Our king will die now. And then Lord Ram has no other option but to come in the front. Lord Ram suddenly appears from the ocean. He comes in front and says, Kulashekar Alwar, war is over. I brought back Sita. Right? Everything is fine. Now you can go back to your kingdom and take care of your kingdom. Oh, Lord Ram, you have come. So everything over now. You don't need any help. Should I do something? Acharya explained different flavors. That whole, saga of Kulashekar Alwar and his pastimes. So many pastimes he gets angry on, so many things when the Ramayana is going on. Because he actually gets involved in Lord Rama's Leela.
What was the time period when he was there? Which kind
maybe 2,000-3,000 years ago. Yeah, I have to get back on that. Yeah, he's a very famous acharya, right? One of the alvars, Kulashekar alvar. Right? Alvar means an ornamental spring rod. Huh?
The lineage of Tirupati who were serving there.
Yeah, he also took care of so many temples, big temples. Yeah. You should read Mukunda Mala Stotra. And he is the one who chanted this famous mantra. What is that? Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankajantam Atyeva Me Visatu Manasa Rajahamsa Prana Prayana Samaye Kapavata Pitho Kanthavardhana Vidho Smaranam Kutaste. He's telling that, oh Krishna, death can come anytime to me. When death comes, my throat will be filled with bile, mucus, pus. I can't chant your name. Right now, I'm completely, available. Right now, I'm in right consciousness to chant your name. Kill me now. I'm ready to come to you. So, his Mukunda Mala Sutra is very beautiful. Srila Prabhupada used to chant his verses many times from Mukunda Mala Sutra, filled with love for Lord Ram. Right? So, we'll end today's class here. Fourth chapter I could not finish. Next week, we'll finish it. But in essence, you should understand that going back to Krishna is the biggest dharma that we have. And it's so easy to do it. And Krishna will explain in further verses how different people have approached him and how to perform karma yoga using this knowledge. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai. Krishna Bhagwan ki, Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanand.
Hari Hari Bol.
Any questions? Anybody? No questions? How many want to write a love letter for Krishna? नहीं लिखना, लिखो जी, love letter लिखो, कृष्ण के लिए लिखो. Many acharyas write love letters. Many acharyas have written love letters. And what is the love letters called? Bhajans. Bhajans are nothing but love letters of Krishna. Right? Even Annamaya wrote so many love letters to Lord Venkatesh Swami. Ramadas wrote so many love letters to Lord Ram. Paluke Bangaramayana Kodanda Swami Paluke Bangaramayana. What is the meaning of that? He says, even a word has become like a gold, right? So more precious than a gold. You can tell one word to me. At least one word reciprocate back to me. Is it so more precious than gold also? Right? And bhajans are filled with two sides reciprocation, right? Where you complain also. You can even chastise God for the way he is sometimes doing things. And Krishna likes to be chastised. Yashoda Mai holds his ear nicely, right? And Krishna likes it because my mother is beating me, my mother is shouting at me, right? But who is crying more? Krishna is crying or Yashoda is crying? Yashoda is crying. She's beating him and she's crying. Right? That is the beauty of love. And here we're going to sing Narshing Arati, where Prahlad is calling out that please save my devotion, please save my Bhaktilata Bij, little affection that I have towards you, please save it so that I can progress in spiritual life without any obstacles. Right? Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Hito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Hito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Hito Yato Tato Narasimha Hito Yami Tato Narasimha Baher Narasimha Divahe Narasimha Baher Narasimha Divahe Narasimha Narasimha Madhu Sharanam Tapate Sabakara Kamara Bhave Vinaka Akuta Shinda Harita Hiranya Kashipu Anubhamba Vishwapadurta Nara Hari Rupa Ajagadish Hare Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Narasimha Jaya महाराज की जय। श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी